Most folks don't realize that the majority of American Indians today live in urban centers. Friendship House is a model of recovery for American Indians throughout the country.
The very first day I set foot in the doors of Friendship House, I noticed this holy fire stick. The significance of that fire poker was that this place offered ceremonial healing. I believe my success in gaining recovery here was because of the connection to culture and ceremonies.
It really is what makes the work here so impactful and why our recovery outcomes are so high. You can't really tell the Friendship House story without mentioning Helen Wakazu, our founder. She's a boarding school survivor, and under the Federal Termination Act, she was relocated to San Francisco in the 1950s. Like thousands of other American Indians, she was assured housing, job training, job placement, and when she arrived here, there was absolutely nothing. It's really important to underscore that colonizers were remarkably intentional about erasing American Indians and American Indian culture. It's not by accident that American Indians experience some of the highest rates of substance use, incarceration, homelessness, poverty.
If I didn't come to Friendship House, I believe I'd probably be in jail, somewhere in the hospital, or dead. And that was certainly the road I was going down. Helen incorporated a lot of her family values in how this place runs, reconnecting back to the community, reconnecting back to the land, reconnecting back to the environment.
You've seen an incredible step forward with the Biden-Harris administration, recognizing climate change and its impact on frontline communities, communities of color. I think what's really remarkable is that these resources, the Inflation Reduction Act, for instance, are really looking at frontline communities as the experts. We know the intersections of the different challenges and where they meet and the solutions that we need. Oftentimes when we talk about racial justice, gender justice, climate justice, we tend to put everything in a box. We have to pull our minds out of silo thinking. As Helen provided treatment services for natives, she always said, we have to go beyond this. The village really is, I think, a fulfillment of her vision. It's a mass timber structure that will sequester over 275 metric tons of carbon.
It'll be 6 stories, medical, dental, behavioral health. The Women's Lodge will be moved over here. There'll be a transitional housing floor, elders program, and then a state-of-the-art youth program. There are not a lot of green spaces around here, so we are building a rooftop garden and farm that'll produce over 4,000 pounds of traditional medicines and foods. We're gonna have redwood trees separating the 2 buildings, and then housed within that will be our traditional sweat lodge.
We are supposed to be as relatives to each other, not only to each other, but to the environment as well. I feel like the village will bring more people in here to experience healing. I come from a rich culture. I come from a long line of traditions that alcohol and substances drew me away from. Friendship House and the people that are here were able to reconnect me to that.